So now we're at the Gur-i-Amir mausoleum because, well, you know the famous Amir Timur that I kept telling you about? Well, he's buried here. So we need to check out his tomb. Now, the only thing about this place is almost all of it had been rebuilt. Like 98% of it. Very little of the original architecture remains. But it's still pretty enough, right? Now all of this, you know, is just a courtyard. But then when we go into here, we have a gift shop. No, I'm just kidding. Or actually, I really was kidding, but looks like there really is a gift shop in here. We need to see if we can find the tomb of Amir Timur. Is it in here? Wow. So you see that black tomb? That is the tomb of Amir Timur. Well, actually, the tomb would be underground, right? Because he can't possibly fit into that little thing unless he was a very, very tiny man. So all of this actually is gold, but very, very thin gold that they decorated this with. Amir Timur's tomb wasn't actually always there. So it had been opened and moved by the Soviets. So on the outside of his tomb, it says that once I rise from the dead, the world will tremble. And then on the inside it says, well, whoever opens this tomb is going to face a greater invader than even me. Well, what happened was the Soviets, they decided to open Amir Timur's tomb. And then 2 days later, a certain group of people called the Nazis broke their pact with the Russians and invaded. Boom. Well, a few years later, Stalin had taken the remains of Amir Timur and he had brought them over to Stalingrad, right to the front lines, to use his remains to inspire the Ruskies, embolden them to, you know, take care of business with the Germans. But then he had also actually given Amir Timur a proper reburial, and a very proper one, like a Muslim reburial that followed all the edicts of Islam. Well then, the Russians won the Battle of Stalingrad, and this was the beginning of the end for Hitler and Nazi Germany. So, Ruskies open up Timur's tomb, get invaded by Hitler. Ruskies rebury him. They start to win World War II. Anything to this? I don't know, who bloody knows, but it's a pretty cool coincidence.